What is up, guys? Annie here, Guild Forever, going to be reacting to Digimon Ghosto Game episodes 7 and 8. So I'm only doing 2 episodes tonight because I'm gonna binge the Iruma anime on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, make sure to be on my Patreon because we're gonna have a lot of stuff there in a bit. But other than that, this episode of Digimon Go, these episodes were they were fun. They were fun episodes. I'm not gonna lie. They in a bunch, they were actually pretty fun and interesting, especially 7. But anyway, before I get into it, I need to get into my usual shameful spiel. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and watch this video from beginning to end. That way we can finally hit that YouTube algorithm and be monetized on YouTube. Because once again, guys, we have the sub count, but we need the watch time. Once we get the watch time done, we are monetized. So please, guys, I'd appreciate it if you guys watch this video this redirect video right here on YouTube. Watch it from beginning to end, or watch as much as you are able to. Something is better than nothing. But at the bare minimum, if you don't want to watch this video at all and just want to get straight into the reaction, that's fine. But do me at least this: before you decide to exit out of this video, before you decide to close this video out and go and do something else or whatever, at least hit the like button. If you can at least hit that like button before exiting out of this video, that would be more than enough for me. If you can at least hit this like button before exiting, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good with simply just that. So please, guys, I'd appreciate it a lot if you did it for me. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much useful, because there's no like goal for this video at all. You could like it, which again, appreciate it, but we're mostly gonna get into the review at this point. And again, episode 7 was probably my favorite because Gamamon got a new evolution. Well, it's still within the line of we can assume that this is still the champion level, this champion level stage, just a different line, correct? I'm fine to assume that. Just making sure before I move on any further, because if so, this series is gonna be very, very fun. And again, I don't remember how long is this series again. Like, have they mentioned anything of how long it is? But then again, when it comes to anything related to Digimon, most of the time is a very lengthy series, because Digimon cannot get out what they need to get out, especially when they go from an evolutionary line. 12 to 24 episodes is not enough to fully establish a well-working Digimon series. Bare minimum 60 something episodes, and that's a bare minimum. So unless they get a sequel to it. But yeah, so I'm very curious how many episodes there are, if you guys know. But again, I'm just going to assume that it's going to be a lengthy series because Digimon is well known for it. But yeah, so Gamamon got a new line for his champion level stage. We already know about Beetle Gamamon, which is one of his champion levels. He unlocked a new variant of his champion level form now from a different line. The problem is, I don't know the name. I completely forgot. It was what is with this Digimon anime, and they always have extensive, complicated names. Keep it simple. Agumon, Gabumon, Tentomon. Those are easy names. Keep it easy. You're killing me, Smalls. But it's fine either way. Just someone please let me know. But pretty much it's the aerial form of Gamamon. It's not, how can I say this? I still like it, right? But I was not completely, but slightly bothered at the fact that he's not necessarily flying. He's more gliding. If that makes sense. He uses his wing. He uses his how can I say this? The expansion of his wing, not wings, they're more gliders, in order to help him levitate off the ground. almost like flying, but not exactly the same. Flying is when you literally moved within the current of the sky. In this case, he's not moving within the current. He uses the current of the sky to help him become elevated. So, while I would have preferred if it was something more where he's actually flying, it's still fine. It's understandable. And it was still really cool to see. Thing is, though, his one move, which is called Udra, something like that. Something like that. It honestly just looks like a headbutt to me. Like it was just a headbutt, but it was still cool to see. I definitely am a fan of this design. I'm still not sure which one I like. This new champion line design or Beetle Gamamon, but I may have to go with Beetle Gamamon because I like the pyro types, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. For me, I feel like Beetle Gamamon is still pretty epic. But this one is still cool nonetheless. Don't get it twisted. I still like this form a lot. Again, as I stated in my last Digimon video, when are the other two gonna... The problem is, though, Hiro already had his moment where he faced a dire situation. And he felt it again in episode 7. It's like when it comes to their Digimon, Hiro and Gamamon seems like they're the ones with the strongest connection. It's not that Jellymon and the timid guy, as well as Ruri and Angoramon, I think that's how you say it, are not like, they do care for one another, but they've never really hit the point to where they become so attached that it triggers their evolution. They're not that they're happy with their partners, I'm sure. It's just a matter of them getting to a point where their bond is strong enough to exceed their limitations and reach the point of champion. They haven't really put a lot of depth into the bond with the other Digidestined yet. Not like Hiro and Gamamon. Those two are like extremely they have a powerful bond. That's how they were able to reach not one champion, but 2 champion lines. So these two other ones, besides, like Ruri and the timid guy, they're already falling behind. Because from what I can tell, most of the time it's Hiro cleaning up the mess. Majority of the times. There are very rare situations like in episode 8 to where they cleverly use the strategy to get the situation solved without really necessarily beating down on the Digimon. So I will admit that is a nice touch that they added. It makes it to where like not all battles are necessarily solved with the terms of strength or a new power up. Like, it's an option, and it's definitely one that we're gonna see more often than not, especially in the later episodes for this series. But it's basically trying to say, like, it doesn't always have to come to your own brute force. Sometimes you can with the proper strategy, you can definitely change the tide of the battle to your side. And that's what they did, and I'm proud of them for that. These kids are very resourceful. And I do like how they're willing to show that it's not just about the next stage, as well as how much brute strength you have. But again, we still haven't cemented the bond between the other two Digidestined and their Digimon. We will get a point where it will happen. It's just not there yet. I feel like at least in episode 9 or 10, we have to get something. I know their evolutions are coming. It's just a matter of when. But it's fine, though. We have plenty of time. We're only 7 episodes in. And again, Digimon has a hardcore reputation of being a lengthy series, which I'm not mad at that, because personally, that's one of the best. I feel like that's one of the things that I like about Digimon. They know that a short episodes is not enough to really cement the series as a whole. Like, it's not satisfying. It won't have a satisfying ending. It'll feel rushed. It'll feel lazy. It'll not be gratifying to see the ending if it's rushed, or if it doesn't get enough episodes to really meet that satisfying ending, you could say. So I do like that they're willing to adapt more episodes in order to get a fulfilling series. So I'm not worried about that. It's gonna be great. Right now, it's starting off with the introductions, the short little holograms. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get to a point to where they'll enter the digital world, and I look forward to that. I mean, I don't think has there ever been a Digimon series where Digidestins actually never go to the digital world? I don't think that's ever happened before. I'm pretty sure all of them have went to the digital world, but then again, I haven't seen every Digimon series out there, which I will once I get through this, once I catch up to this, I'm probably gonna go back to Digimon 2020 because I miss that anime a lot, and then I still need to see the OG one. So I'm definitely gonna get caught up with this, and as soon as I get caught up with this, I'm gonna dip back into the Digimon 2020 anime. So that's what I'm gonna do because I miss Digimon. I mean, come on, man, it's Digimon. Don't play with me. It's just do I want to go back? The thing is, though, I still need to catch up with other trending series like Shakugan, which is on Patreon, Platinum N, which is also on Patreon. I may move it over to YouTube. It depends on how much it's well received. What else? The Finest Assassin, which I'm definitely going to put on this channel. I may put it off as a hold, or maybe at some point after I finish binging the Iruma anime, then after that I'm going to start benching the Index anime, as well as everything related to Index, Railgun Accelerator. After that, I'm probably just going to binge what I have left over to catch up for the Digimon anime, and then probably the OG version as well. So I'm using the binging system. I'm using it on Patreon as a way to fly through series that I have yet to catch up on. So it's a good way to catch up while at the same time maintaining new series. That's how I'm working it anyway. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Hashtag Gamamon flight mode, because I don't know the other variation of his champion line's name. So yeah, let's just call it hashtag Gamamon flight mode. Comment that in the comment section down below to let me know you watched this video from beginning to end. And yeah, that's it for me. Peace. I'm out.